I am magnificent.
Alright, I'm back. Let's talk about update 7.0. On the video, I'm gonna just comment and give my opinion about the things I share on the social media. The ambassadors video like MK2 Game 45 and Game Time Gaming. Also the trailer and the gameplay of Ghostface in the social media. The first thing, thanks so much for my friend MK2 Game 45 to give me those pictures in high resolution. We're gonna talk about something about this update. Is the 7.0, is not 6.4. So here, this is the main wallpaper of this update, which have Nightmare Ghostface and MK2 movie Kitana. Okay, so let's start. So the first diamond character is another guest from MK1 characters, is the Ghostface. This is another diamond. He's gonna be the fourth character of the Nightmare team. Also, we're gonna receive the new arena. For you guys don't know, on the March of this year, MK Mobile released a poll on the Discord server, and the arena which won with most of the votes was the Cage Mansion. So we now receive the second arena from MK1 game. The first one was the Madame Bo restaurant, which was released also on the last Halloween update in 2024. Okay, so this is the Ghostface, another hander. You're gonna be the first combat pass, and this is his passive ability. So his special one, leaping slash, it have a weaken. His special two have two variations. The first one giving him apply should break the enemy, and the second one is the impostor thing, which gives to him manic buff. And his fatal blow is the flick of the wrist, which is applied Team Bane. To be honest to you, those new debuffs like Team Bane, the Bane, and the Fracture, the damage is not good. I mean, it's low, so it's just more useless debuffs. Like they act like dots, but they are not dots. They work against bosses, but the damage is not high. So he's just NetherRealm. I believe they should make him Nomad, because to increase his synergy, example, you can put more characters to support him, like example Hellspell Scorpio to give him starting power and the others. Okay, I don't like him to be just NetherRealm, because his you know, his synergy gonna be limited a lot, because there's not much characters to, you know, support NetherRealm characters. But okay, so his passive is Double Trouble, attacks to get Billy's Ghost Spirit and attacks to remove Stu's Ghost Spirit. So for people who doesn't know who is Billy and Stu, is the two Ghostface from the first movie, from the Scream movie from 1996. Is Billy and is Stu. So those two guys from that movie, some kind of a reference. So Billy gains Ghost Spirit on every 2 basic attacks, giving him 5 more damage boosts for every stack. So every 2 basic attacks he gains 1 stack, so it's 5. So he needs to do 10 basic attacks, so it's not too much. And he gonna gain 5% more for each stack, which means 25 more damage. So Billy can switch with Stu. So the Ghostface is gonna have his 40 bar attack. When it is full, the cooldown, you can switch to Stu. It's the second character. Stu uses shields upon switching, so every time Stu tags in the battle, the Ghostface is gonna gain shield buff. And removes Ghost Spirit every 2 basic attacks. Each removed stacks heal him for 7% of maximum health and gives to him 5 more power generation. So how it works? Billy, you're gonna do 10 basic attacks, gain 5 stacks. You're gonna switch to Stu, and every time you do 2 basic attacks, you're gonna remove 1 stack. And removing 1 stack, you gain health back 7% and 5 more power generation. So that means you can recover your health up to 35 maximum health and gain 25 more power generation, which is good because this character have offensive mechanics and defensive mechanics. Interesting. And another thing is, if Billy has 5 Ghost Spirits, he becomes manic for 13 seconds. On special attack 2, he sees an imposter running out and kill him in a rage. So Ghostface have two specials, two variation. The first one is when you don't have 4 stacks or less, his special 2 gonna apply shield break. And when you have 5 stacks of Billy Ghost Spirit, he gonna use his special 2 to kill the impostor and gain Manic for 13 seconds. Okay? While in Manic, Billy doesn't react to opponent's basic combat attack, so it's just like Lizard Baraka. And it has 180 more damage boosts. This is insane. And it makes the opponent unable to tag out, so enemies cannot escape. Interesting. Stu is scared. Manic Billy can't switch to him, so you can attack the Stu while you're on the Manic mode. Okay. Use special attack 2 or fatal blow. So this character is kinda interesting because you have two variations. The first one is offensive because you gain damage boost, which is insane. Also, you gain the Manic, so enemies cannot react to your basic not enemies, is a Ghostface cannot react to enemies' basic attacks, which is good. And for the Stu tank, you can switch to Stu to gain shield and heals back and gain power generation. This mechanic sounds interesting, to be honest, because most of characters only have, you know, damage mechanics, but nothing to defend himself. And team passive, before a teammate gets fatal damage, Billy suddenly bursts into the battle and attacks the opponent. It's just like Strike Force Scorpion passive, so he saves a teammate from the dead. Maximum 1 time per match and 1 more per each nightmare in the team. So, example, if Ghostface doesn't have any nightmare teammates on his team, he only gonna save alias just once. And for each one, he can save another additional save. So, if Ghostface have a full nightmare team with him, 2 more, you know, teammates, he gonna save the nightmare team 3 times, which is interesting. So this guy is a combination of Strike Force Scorpion and Lizard Baraka, to be honest. He sounds okay. I believe he's not gonna be used for Fusion 0 unless it's just to use his passive to save his teammates. He has some, let's just say, I don't know if his passive is kinda okay because you have some damage and you have some health back and power generation. Maybe he can be used for against bosses because at Fusion 0, maybe you can only gonna be using him just to save teammates from the dead, like Strike Force Scope example at Fusion 0. So this is his support cards. Many thanks for, again, Mount No Game 45 for sending me those support cards in the, you know. This is his gear, okay? I did a mistake, it's not Fusion 1, it's Fusion 0. So this is his gear, is a armor, it's called Rules There. So it's another reference to, you know, the first Scream movie. And this is the effects. Of course, this is just, I did a Photoshop here, okay? But this is the effects of this gear. The first one is 35 more maximum health boost. Nothing special about this, just, you know. Ghostface have an exclusive effect for him. 30 less opponent unblockable attack chance. I don't think this is great because there's a lot of gears to reduce, you know, unblockable chance, and it's useless for the player. Also, the Billy on the Manic mode, he doesn't react to basic attacks, so that means you don't need to block. I don't think this effect is great for him because it's useless. They should have put another thing, example, let's just say, increase more duration of the Billy Manic in 7 seconds or even more. Would be better than this because it's useless. Because block break reduction is useless for the player. And the Fusion Them effect is another effect that doesn't work since 2023. All the gears which have the ability to increase the enemy power cost doesn't work since 2023. Like the Fusion X, Enigmatic Lantern, the Volt Prime Armor, Prime Lucky Hat, and this one. So doesn't work, it's useless. So this gear, in my opinion, is garbage. The effect is just, one of them doesn't work because it's bugged, and the other one is just useless. I mean, I know, health boost is okay, but it's not special, and the Ghostface effect is so lame. The second character from this update is the MK2 movie Kitana. This movie it was about to be launched on the 23 October of this year, but it was delayed to 15 May 2026. So is the first movie character skin here in MK Mobile. But this is MK2 movie Kitana. She is an outward martial artist. There's one thing is weird here is why she have only 110 power generation, because it's a diamond. This doesn't make any sense. Her special one is uplift, it's the same as the other Kitana. To be honest with you, I don't like this Kitana much because there's a lot of diamond Kitana. We have 4 and now we're gonna have 5. They should have made another character example, like a character that doesn't have a diamond variation like Ermaki or others. Please stop releasing most of the same character in the game because it's just, let's just say, a skin. So her special one is the same as the other Kitanas, but instead of apply a power drain, apply stun. Her special 2 Edenian Twist, apply fracture, which is not good, the fracture. And his X-ray is from the MKX, which is lame. So this character have moves from MKX and from MK11. So let's check her passive, is the Furious Princess. So power drain cooldown 12 seconds, teammate power gain 35. Kitana drains 1 buff power from her active opponent every 12 seconds. When this effect triggers, it charges Piercing Fence, extra attack with weak points minigame. So it's just like the minigame of special of Nightmare Freddy, which you need to target the spots on the screen. All Kitana power drain also affect target out force, draining them for additional 20 more from the power of the effect. And her Piercing Fence effect, during this attack, 3 weak points on the opponent should be targeted in the correct order of their appearances. So you're gonna trigger the Piercing Fence and you're gonna need to tap on the screen 3 times. Kitana throws on fan for each successfully targeted points. Each fan hit applies pierced effect for 3 seconds. So you can, if it's 3, it's 9 seconds. It removes acting and prevent gaining new buffs. So enemies cannot gain buffs and lose all their buffs. Affected opponents can tag out, and Kitana has 100 critical hit chance boost against them. So she's most likely just a support because of the power drain. So there's a team passive, a teammate with high gas attack in the team gains 35 of all power drain by Kitana. Kitana teams ignore the opponent's power drain resistance and reflex. So example, if enemy have 99 debuff resistance, the enemy gonna still get the power drain. Also, you're gonna be useful against Gyros because of the reflectability. And like the example, classic smoke with classic team. Immunities are not affected, so this effect doesn't work against MK11 Rhythm and classic Liu Kang. To be honest with you guys, about Kitana, I don't think she is good. She's okay, she has the power drain, so example, you need to keep the enemies near because if enemy escape the cooldown, you're gonna reset again to 12 seconds. She's most like a support character for power drain because she power drain the enemy and she need to be active in battle. So example, if you're gonna play her at Vision 0 to support your team by power drain the enemy all the time, can be dangerous because the enemy can kill her because let's just say if you have her at Vision 0. So they should have instead of adding more Kitanas, add characters does have a diamond variation, example how I said the Ermac and the others. Why bring another Kitana? We have already a lot of Kitanas in the game. That's okay, she's just a reskin of the MKX Kitana, and MK11 Kitana. So this is her skin from the original MK2 movie, which gonna be released in 2026. We have another possibility of the MK movie characters in the game. For now, there's no sign of this, okay? So we have MK2 movie Scorpion, MK2 movie Johnny Cage, and MK2 movie Shao Kahn. So Kitana is the first MK2 movie character from MK1 game coming to MK Mobile, the skin. Alright, let's talk about the 2 new brutalities of this update. The first one is the spawn. You're gonna be available in the crypt, the gears, you can grind on the crypt. So the first gear is the epic gear, is a weapon, Hellborn Chains. So 30% chance our special attacks just to be unblockable. So it's most like for other characters because his special to of his spawn is a grapple, so doesn't make any sense for him. The second effect is apply fracture for 20 seconds on every other special attack while the use is active. Fracture is not a good debuff for the players because the damage is not good unless you use a lot of Tau gear to boost it, but instead it's better to use Tau gear to boost our special damage instead of rely on some torment dots, so it's not good for the player. It is exclusive effect of the spawn. Spawn counter attack has 100% chance to corrupt the enemy. For each bar of necroplasm spent for the counter attack, corrupt the opponent's spawn generation and unblockable attack chance reduction are reduced by 15%. Spawn teammates damage to them is increased by 5%. Corruption ends when the opponent's tag out or by dispel. So is for each bar, so the unblockable chance and power generation is gonna be 45 if you use the 3 bars of Necroplasm. And the damage on the enemies affected by the corruption is 50 more. It's not too much. The problem is because the Spell is not a good character. You know, you're not gonna be using him all the time. Can be useful just to stop the enemy power generation and blockable, but in general, not gonna be using Spell a lot. He's not like just say ST, a diamond. And the Fusion X effect is so horrible for Epic in my opinion. So is 30% chance that a special attack performed against an opponent affected by Fracture or Cripple will guarantee to be critical and apply Team Bane. Why only 30% chance? Doesn't make any sense. 30% chance for Epic is so lame. In my opinion, this Epic is not much good. Let's go for the blue piece, Hellborn Pact. So apply Snare on tagging for 50 seconds. This is great because you don't need, to rely on weak point attack, talent or something like that, so you can snare the enemy, and it can be used, for example, for avoid the enemy, tag out from the battle. So this first effect is okay, is great, is useful for some situations. 50 more resist to all debuffs for the user while the opponent is affected by shield break or cripple. It's just like a copy paste from the Scorpion epic gear from his friendship, but for that gear is, I believe, is curse and is near if I remember. So it's okay. It's just a copy paste of that gear from the Scorpion epic friendship. I forgot the name of the gear right now. For each debuff applied to the opponent or resisted debuff by the user, gain 20% chance to apply slow on any special attack. So this Fusion X effect is horrible because what they're gonna be doing with slow? Slow is not a good debuff. They should have put another thing like just say power drain, not power drain, or maybe something useful. Why slow? Slow is so useless for the player. In my opinion, those gears of the spell is not good. I mean, the effect is so lame, in my opinion. And the second one is a surprise because it's a Triborg Brutality, and Triborg doesn't have, a diamond variation. So it's the first gold character to have Brutality, let's just say. I know Sector already got his Ascension, I believe months ago, so now we're gonna have the Ascension, of course, for the other Triborgs as well. So the gears is the epic is accessory, so it's Augmentation, Narrow Link. The first effect is 50 more critical hit chances, okay, for accessory. The second effect is 30% chance to reflect any debuff back to opponent. Any debuffs that are not effective. It's just like the same effect from the, from the gear Abyssal Shadow from the Noob. Noob, his epic from his friendship is the same effect, not new. Okay, there is an exclusive effect for Triborg. On the tag in, on the start of the batch, any active Triborg in a team has 70% chance to launch a support robot, which is gonna follow an active opponent for 50 seconds. The robot deals additional damage on the user's successful basic attacks, but how much? It says damage, but how much? Is 1% health damage, how much? This is one thing I dislike about these gears, because the description is not, let's just say, accurate. And increase the Triborg speed by 1% on the critical attacks, so it's maximum 10% of the speed. It's great because Triborg is a little bit slow. If the Triborg or the opponent's tag is out, or by the end of the timer, the robot returns to this Triborg and heals them for 20% of damage dealt to the opponent. And the Fusion X effect is just a copy paste from the Ace in the Roll gear, the epic gear of the Iron Brutality from the Elder Wind Tower. Once per match, when the character receives fatal damage, gain invulnerability for 10 seconds. Apply curse to the opponent and do not react to opponent's basic combo attacks. So it's just like the Ace in the Hole, but the Ace in the Hole gives you one buff power. So here gives curse on the opponent and you don't react to basic attacks. So it's just like Lizard Baraka passive. But there's a way to avoid this by just using the Cameo, because you're gonna use the Cameo to apply, Fatal Blow X-Ray, and you're gonna disable the invulnerability. Or you can also use the Pipe to steal the invulnerability and finish the enemy. So it's just the same effect from the Ace in the Hole, but just a new, the new effect. Instead of the one buff power for free is the curse, and this effect is immune to despair, so you cannot remove the invulnerability. So it's the best way is to steal with the pipe or use the X-ray fatal blow with the cameo or the character to destroy the enemy and avoid you the vulnerability for 10 seconds. I was expecting, more like example new effects and not just copy paste the effect from the other gears. This is one thing I just like about this, is they keep recycling a lot of effects from the other gears, which I just like, to be honest. And the second gear is a weapon, is a augmentation with canyons. So it's 45 more basic attack and blockable chance. It's okay because Tribox need block breaker because they cannot fight without block breaker. The second effect is 35 chance to apply one of the following negative effects on the combo enders for 10 seconds. It's just like the epic gear from the Kano. I forgot the name now. I believe it's Bionic, something like that. It's his epic of his friendship. Blind cripples launched break. So lame. And the Fusion X effect is great. Special attacks additionally deals 30% of damage to all opponents that have any negative effects on them. The only problem about this is because you need to apply some debuff to enemies, but the damage is okay because it's 30% more. So this can be useful for the crypto, for the chaotic, because you're gonna do damage to enemies. The problem about this gear is because you need to apply debuffs to enemies to do damage to all of them. Also, there is a problem because on the chaotic crypt, enemies they use a lot sometimes debuff resistance, things to have like debuff, so you're gonna make this gear a little, let's just say, problematic on this game mode. To be honest with you, I was not expecting Tribog to have brutality. There's a lot of characters to have brutality, like Goro, Takeda. Why they give it to a gold character? Because no one play gold in, let's just say, 2025. I know play with golds is important for people, let's just say, oh, I don't have strong damage, so I'm using golds to do towers. Okay, this is great, but once you have a good diamond collection, and you don't need to kill yourself to have a good diamond collection, you're not gonna be touching golds in no more because you're gonna be using diamonds all the time. So it doesn't make any sense using brutality on a gold character because you're gonna waste gears a lot, but it's okay. Okay, let's talk about the new game mode, is the Clash Towers, which I'm not, let's just say, excited and hyped for this because, in my opinion, after they did this thing, change from the Factory Wars to Helmet Clash is worse. I mean, they make a lot of good changes, like visual changes, but it's just there's nothing here for veterans. I mean, there's nothing to grind. It's just, sell back, and we're gonna kill myself for sell backs because, you're gonna get Dragon Crystals, but I can do the Crypt and get the same Dragon Crystals. So this is the Clash Towers. You're gonna beat the new game mode. How this thing gonna works? By the video of MK2 45, the game is gonna give you randomly characters and gears, and you need to set those characters and gears to defend your 5 towers. So you need to build 5 teams to defend your towers. So this is the first stage, is the preparation, and the second stage is the attack. So you're gonna be using your characters to attack enemy towers, and by doing this and winning battles, you're gonna gain points for your, Helmet Clash personal rank and for your realm. In my opinion, this thing gonna be useless because there's not, how I said, there's nothing here like just say exclusive rewards, nothing. And another thing is, the thing is all about random. Example, I just say the game is give you Kintaro, Scourge Baraka, and Goro. How are you gonna win battles with those characters? Doesn't make any sense. Also, the gears that you're gonna receive on this game mode is completely random, so you don't have control of your characters and the gears. Why am I gonna stress myself playing example? I just say if the game is giving me Kintaro and trash gears to play with him. How am I gonna have, let's just say, fun with this, playing with random things and rely on the random characters and gears that the game is gonna give me to play this game? In my opinion, this game mode sucks. And this is the tower management. You're gonna be able to set your teams and your tower talents for them. In my opinion, to be honest with you, Helmet Clash is a dead game mode. There's nothing for veterans. I know for people who is still, grind the account, upgrade the account is important because you gain souls, you gain characters, you gain blood rubies to expand your collection. But in the end, for veterans, there's nothing new because why are gonna be grinding things for sellbacks? It's just a waste of time. So this is the new game mode, which I dislike this, to be honest with you. So this is the characters are gonna have Ascension this update. The Tribox because of the brutality. Jason, and Unstoppable Jason, and you know, Gunslinger Black. In my opinion, this thing of Ascension is not good, because why gonna be ascending a character just to do brutality with gold? Because I have all the diamonds max set out. Why are gonna be using gold to do brutalities? It's useless. The only good thing about Ascension is by just boosting the character stat, but in the end, it's not much, because you're gonna be using diamonds all the time. I know you can use golds, you know, to do towers and such, but when you have a good diamond collection, you're never gonna touch on the gold carriers again. I mean, unless, let's just say, they make some, let's just say, oh, golds at fusion, let's just say Ascension 10, they gain a 4 gear slot. Would be great, would be amazing, but we're gonna be using, and now brutality is, let's just say, outdated, because you have friendship. Because for brutality you need to use a lot of combo enders and pray for the brutal triggers, and not for friendship, because friendship is a guaranteed kill, because you're gonna be you know, fill the friendship bar, use the friendship to finish the enemy. So it's better than using brutality, because brutality you need to rely on luck, and the friendship, no. In my opinion, brutality is already outdated. For the video of the main with No Game 45, you're gonna have a lot of tower returns. The first one, I believe, you're gonna be available on the, I believe, 15th of October, because the White Lost Tower is gonna end today on the 5th of October. So you're gonna have the Nightmare Tower again, no changes. The only new change is gonna be Ghostface is gonna be on the rewards, okay? On the last year, the rewards was the Nightmare Routine, and also they added the Joker to the poll. So I believe they're gonna remove the Joker and put the Ghostface on the rewards. Also, there is one change on this tower, the Battle 200. Ghostface is gonna be a boss in the battle, so I believe they're gonna remove Freddy and gonna put Ghostface then. So you're gonna be Letterface, Jason, Ghostface as a boss instead of Freddy. So this is the tower gonna come back. The second one is Tower of Horror. I believe you're gonna come in with the together with the Nightmare Tower, same as the last year, because the last year the Tower of Horror got remastered, and now the new thing is Darkest Noob Cybot gonna be available on the reward pool. Because on the 24th, the reward pool of the Tower of Horror was only the cards from the Circular Shadow Team, which is 7, okay? We're gonna receive also the Act Move Tower repeat, I don't know the dates. The Twisted Tower repeat. There's a lot of towers come back, so I believe most likely, judging by this, we're not gonna have let's just say a December update. I hope I'm wrong, because the next update is gonna be in December, I believe. Because we always receive on the, you know, every year we receive 4 updates, and the last two ones is one in October and another in December. And we're gonna receive the Linkway Tower, the 2 versions. For people who doesn't know the 2 versions, the first version is from 2019, okay? This version, it have boss battles by every each time basically battle 10, 20, 30. It have boss. This version is better because on the final boss, when you beat this tower, we're gonna receive the uncommon gear of the Sub-Zero, the Quailing Braces, the Scepter, 1 copy each time you do this tower, and a Diamond Sub-Zero. We have also the second variation is currently released on 2020, but the second, you know, the second version it sucks because it's a normal tower partner. Example, on the battle 110, you're gonna receive, you know, a rare gear of that tower. But the problem is on the battle 200, there's no epic. There's no common, it's just a random diamond Sub-Zero or a random diamond character, so it sucks. So the first vessel is better because you're gonna be able to get the scepter fusions of that tower, okay? So this is also the Tower of Time gonna come back, the best tower in the game. So this is the 2 new items for this update. The first one is for the cameos, because when you use a cameo on the correct run, you need to wait 1 day to use it again. So with this invigoration stone for the cameo, you're gonna be able to use the cameo again. And the potion is for cameos in the survival mode on the Helm Clash, so it's just for cameos, okay? We're gonna have now the, you know, you can create your account again because they removed on the last update. We have also MK1 console link. I don't know about the rewards. I believe it's gonna be around on MK1 character, I believe. We're gonna have the cameo pack trials, so every time you buy the cameo packs with Blood Rubies, when you buy, let's just say, a certain amount of packs, you're gonna receive a trial pack with a random diamond cameo. It's just like the summon pack. Every time you open 60 summon packs, you gain a free MK1 character. Another thing is, The Shintai Ephemeris is gonna receive a rework on the Fusion X effect because it's useless, because that mark already stacks 3 times, so this effect is useless because it doesn't make any sense, because you cannot stack this, let's just say, with that mark talent example to gain 60 that mark, so we're gonna have a new effect, which is great. So now is 50 more damage boost and 5 more lethal hit chance for every that mark on the active opponent, so it's 45 more damage boost and 50 more lethal chance. Is great, it's great. It's a great buff. And now ripped for the crypt keys. So I don't know why they keep doing this, because you're gonna just demotivate the people to play right in the crypt. So now the current conversion, you're gonna be from 2k to 5k, so you need to grind 5k hearts to get 1k. So now it's better to, because before you can just keep your your hearts to convert into keys, but for now you're gonna be useless because it's 5k. Instead of you saving hearts for the keys conversion, get your hearts and buy on the junk pack. Is better. I don't know if they're gonna do this, but it's kind of a nerf, because now this gear, the graceful thread, they say was a bug, but it's not a bug. Example, the first effect is gonna be nerfed. You cannot apply another. Example, you need to wait this snare expires to apply another. So example, this gear, you apply snare on combo, which is great, which is useful. Snare is useful. But now, what they're gonna do, you cannot renew this. And let's just say you apply snare, and let's just say the snare is about 5 seconds to expire. You cannot apply another with combo enders. You need to wait the snare expire to apply another. This is ridiculous, doesn't make any sense. Because why you cannot renew a debuff? So if you're gonna do this, you need to do this thing for all the effects on this game. Because let's just say, Classical Range Special 2 have Soak and Snare. In this 90% of mini game, you apply Snare. Let's just say the Snare is about to expire. Let's just say it left 30 seconds, 5 seconds. You're gonna apply another Special 2 to renew the Snare again. So enemy you're gonna be Snare more time in battle. But with this gear, you cannot do this. Guys, this is ridiculous. I don't know why they keep doing this. This is kind of enough. Doesn't make any sense. They do this. Doesn't make any sense. The last thing is, I don't know about the full patch notes, because some people share some small info about the patch note. But for now, they're gonna fix the joke AI, because when you do combo enders, Joker throw his deck while he's suffering combo ender damage, which is ridiculous. I hope also they fixed the MK1 Milena, because the AI is broken. Same for MK1 Geras. But for now, I only have the info about they're gonna fix the AI of the Joker. And this is great because the Twisted Tower gonna come back, and the Joker is the final boss on that tower. So you're gonna be paying for a lot, because it have also the Kitana. So example, I just say you're gonna be using combo enders on him. You're gonna throw on your decks, gonna kill you and heal. So you're gonna be on a loop battle. So this is the info. Let's just watch the trailers. Okay guys, let's check the both trailers. Okay, this first one is from the update 7.0. So let's check it out. So it's the first trailer, new combatants. So this is MK2 move Kitana. It's just a reskin of Adenia Blood Kitana with MKX movies. Okay, so this is the Ghostface. This is his special 2. While he's on he gained the Maniki. Is the variation of the Maniki. Okay, so Nightmare thing expanded. So you're gonna show Ghostface save his teammates from the dead, same as the same passive as Strike for Scorpion. Okay. The new arena, the cage, the graphics are amazing. Congratulations for the people. It's beautiful, not gonna lie. This arena is beautiful, so beautiful. New Clash Towers, in my opinion, this game mode gonna be useless. I mean, for veterans, because everything is based, on luck. Like as you can see here, look the insane health of the enemies. This is insane. Again, MK2 move Kitana using her passive to pierce the enemy. Okay. Ghostface again, his special 2, the first variation, with no Maniki buff. Okay. Wow, the animation is so cool. I love the Ghostface animation, not gonna lie. And the Tribog brutality, and also I don't like the Spall brutality. They should have used another brutality stand. But the animation of him sitting on his throne is so amazing, so cool, so badass. So this is the first trailer. Okay, let's check the second one. The second trailer of the Ghostface is coming to Mortal Kombat Mobile. Again, the arena. Wow, the background arena is so beautiful. Congratulations for people who did this amazing job. Again, this is the special 2 with the, you know, the mannequin buff. You need to kill the imposter to gain the mannequin buff. As you can see in the glowing red thing, his special 1. It sounds like it makes him OP counter, so enemies can hit him. This is the Billy, changed to Stu. This is the Stu variation, gain shield. The combo is amazing, I like this, you know. And the Fatal Blow. I like Ghostface, you know, movements. He seems like a little bit slow. And his, you know, victory stance. So MK1 Ghostface. This guy gonna be available, you know, on the summon pack with the Dragon Crystals on the paid packs. He's gonna be available in the crypt 1 month later after his release. So I believe on 15th November, something like that. Also on the Nightmare Tower. I'm gonna spend some Dragon Crystals on him just to make some gameplay, I believe. I think he's fun, but I believe he's gonna be only useful at the High Fusion, because at Fusion 0 he doesn't have anything, you know, health percent damage or something like that. At Fusion 0 he can be useful to save his teammates from the dead, but just once. Example, if you're gonna play with him with no Nightmare characters, because Nightmare thing sucks. He should have been, let's just say, a character with not on the Nightmare team, or maybe Nomad class to receive more support, because the problem about Ghostface is because he's a NetherRealm character, and NetherRealm characters doesn't have much character support, like, you know, so the synergy is limited because he's just NetherRealm character. Okay guys, so this is the information about this update, okay? In my opinion, I'm not like just say super excited about this update. The Ghostface looks really fun, but the rest is just, you know, the Helm Clash Towers I don't think is good for the, I mean, for veterans. It's just random things. The gears of the new gears is garbage, the effects, except for the Dryborg weapon, because it deals damage to all enemies, so it can be useful maybe for the crypt. But the rest is just garbage. The effects is just copy paste from the other gears, which I'm not a huge fan of this. When they keep recycling effects from the other gears, they should have made gears with new exclusive effects. Example, I just say there's no gear like such pipe to steal any buffs, so they should have a focus on create new effects instead of just copy paste the effects from the other gears. But it's okay. In my opinion, I'm not let's just say super excited for this update, but let's see. Soon we're gonna check the update when the update's available, okay? The update is gonna be released on the 15th October, so I believe most likely gonna receive the Nightmare Tower together with the Tower of Horror. So you're gonna be able to grind the you know, the Ghostface house in the Nightmare Tower, okay? So what do you guys think about this update? I'm not, to be honest, not super excited with this, okay? But of course, it's my opinion. You can also, I'm happy if you're excited, okay? I'm let's just say excited for Ghostface. He looks fun, okay? So guys, thanks so much for watching my video, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.